A baffling and terrifying murder story took place during 1897 in the peaceful, hilly terrain of Greenbrier County, West Virginia, that changed American criminal history. It served as a remarkable legal case because a departed spirit helped achieve justice beyond the tomb. The young woman, Zona Heaster, married Trout Shue, who also went by Erasmus Stribling Trout Shue after he became identified as Trout. The blacksmith Trout stood as a tall, sturdy man who brought roughness to his character. Despite community doubts about Trout, Zona refused to listen to the rumors because of her deep romantic feelings for him. Tragedy befell Trout and Zona Heaster shortly into their marriage when January 23, 1897, arrived. A delivery boy arrived at the Shue house and found Zona motionless next to the staircase steps. Her body was stiff and cold. After the boy rushed to fetch Dr. George Knapp, Trout performed the necessary actions of carrying Zona's body upstairs and laying her out on the bed before dressing her in a high-necked gown with a stiff collar. Dr. Knapp's examination was rushed. Trout kept his distance from the doctor while weeping and holding Zona's head with his arms. The physician chose to diagnose everlasting faint as the cause of death for Zona, despite no visible evidence of murder, and taking note of Trout's overwhelming sorrow. During the examination, the death of Zona Heaster attracted theories about childbirth-related complications without any documented pregnancy record. The hasty burial of Zona didn't ease the doubt about her death, which troubled her mother, Mary Jane Heaster, most of all. A mother's suspicion, Mary Jane never accepted Trout Shue because she deeply suspected him to be harmful. From her core, she believed something abnormal existed inside Trout Shue. The unexpected passing of her daughter led her to feel certain Zona had suffered from murder. So she did something unusual. She prayed. Each night, the woman implored for divine confirmation that Zona would bring the truth back to reveal it. The ghost materialized for the first time on this particular night. The Greenbrier Ghost appears. Zona returned as a ghost to visit her mother repeatedly throughout 4 straight nights. The ghost wore her burial garments again during her appearance to show that she did not die peacefully, and revealed Trout had killed her by breaking her neck. Trout's rage led to the murder as he snapped Zona's neck to death. A proof of her reality became visible when the ghost used its supernatural power to spin her head 180 degrees. After she woke up, Mary Jane discovered herself shaken while being certain of her experience. She went to John Preston, who served as the local prosecutor, with her account. Initially doubtful about Mary Jane's story, John Preston began to doubt his skepticism when she demonstrated conviction through her beliefs, along with new alarming evidence regarding the investigation, exhumation, and autopsy. The authorities conducted an exhumation and autopsy after Preston became aware that Trout's behavior indicated wrongdoing through the way he prepared the body and his abnormal behavior since the funeral. Medical experts completed the autopsy examination after they dug up Zona's remains. Dr. Cooper discovered that Zona's neck was undoubtedly fractured during the autopsy inspection. The evidence showed her windpipe was crushed while strangulation marks appeared on her neck. The official recording of death transformation from an accident to a murder killing. The police detained Trout Shue following the murder charge. During the June 1897 court proceedings, Mary Jane Heaster stood before the jury as a witness. The witness stated under oath that she knew her daughter had been killed despite no direct inquiry about the ghost occurrence during the trial. The court did not accept supernatural evidence in their proceedings, but Zona's physical injuries led to Trout's conviction. The jurors needed only an hour to reach their decision and find Trout responsible of the crime. Prison authorities handed down a life sentence to him, and he passed away from an illness inside the correctional facility within 3 years. The legacy of the Greenbrier Ghost Zona stands alone as the strangest legal case in modern U.S. history because a ghost supposedly gave testimony leading to the murder conviction of John Lee. The Greenbrier County now features a historical marker, which marks the historical trial that became known as the Greenbrier Ghost.
The solution to the criminal investigation: did the case truly rest with a spirit appearing as a ghost? This woman might have been more dedicated to fighting for justice through her prophetic visions, rather than being one of the few such instances involving the dead providing evidence in court. Zona Heaster's narrative endures in history books because regardless of whether it was a ghost or not, the lost soul chose to speak about the truth of her murderer.